just lower that it's a bit loud in my ears. I've got the headset on. And I realised the mic was way too close yesterday, so apologies for that. But what I'm gonna do now, for all you followers out there, I'm going on to part 2. I might be doing this every day or every other day. It depends how I feel, in all honesty. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just the truth of it. Now, as I'm live streaming, I want to... Oh, internet's a bit patchy. Okay, so as you can see, let me just get my daily reward. Itchy nose. Oh god, itchy nose. At the moment, the featured items are any race, any alliance. Pretty much that means you can be any race, any alliance. I've pretty much got them all because I've been here since the beginning. And the crown crafting kit, which is Acnequina. I guess you can get the sky shards, but I'd rather actually go and get them myself. As you can see, I've already got all of them, so it doesn't really matter. Now let me just go onto my channel, and because I want to talk to you guys again, because I am so happy. I had 21 views yesterday from this, me doing Elsweyr, so I am super excited to do it again. Loki, you under the bed? Becki is. Now, for those who don't know about Elsweyr, it's in this part of it. We've got Abnur Tharn from yesterday, and his sister, well, half sister, decided, oh, I'm going to take over this world and make it my own. And I'm just like, and she's like, okay, I'm saying like a lot, but that's only because I'm really high on caffeine. Thank you, Sneak. You are awesome, but by God, your stuff makes you buzz. You might as well have like 20 cups of coffee and have them one of those. Let's see. I'm trying to do all the geeky stuff, or meta stuff. So, change my tags. And for those who don't know about my recent stuff, I've actually invested in an Elgato HD60S. So you might start seeing us do some Switch live streams as well, because the Switch is such an awesome thing. It is so small, but it's really given a run for PS4 and Xbox in terms of gaming quality. Because I don't know about you, but the games I play on it, so I mainly do party games, of course the Mario games, but for some reason with this, I just adore it. I absolutely adore it, because I wouldn't, even though you can get Overcooked on Xbox or PS4, there's a certain aspect to the Switch which makes it all so much more fun. And just for those who are wondering, I do just slightly copy from the wallpapers that Bethesda have given out for free. Because then I can have that as my basis, and then I just simply come back and give you a proper thumbnail at a later date. I just, you know, it's one of those things that will get on my nerves quite quickly. So, I refresh the page now. Yay. Oh, and for those who are now looking at trying to find my Instagram, I'm very sorry, but I don't have an Instagram anymore. I've reopened my Twitter account, but I felt like with Instagram I had like 3,000 followers, which I was like, oh my god, that is amazing that so many people like my stuff. But there was a personal issue where I started to be slightly addicted to getting the likes, subscribers and all that. So unfortunately, for my own health and for the health of the channel, I said no, shutting down the Instagram, and I'm gonna go for Twitter and Facebook only. Facebook I use for my personal. You can, if you want to message me on it, you can, but half the time I do go, who are you? And okay, I'm glad you're a fan, but don't really go and try and talk to my personal friends. Get slightly creeped out. No offense, I'm so happy you want to talk to me, but it's... don't freak out my friends, okay? I feel sorry for them when they just have some random person say, oh, you know this and this, and I'm like, yeah. So it was really embarrassing when a follower did that, and unfortunately I did block them. I love you, mate, just don't, and I have unblocked you now, just don't do it again. It's like a 20-day block at most. So now we're here, and according to this, I need to head south, so that way. So last time we saved, we did a town, and we saved an area of the map. What I like about this is vultures. I'm sorry, it's just so awesome seeing vultures. Okay, there's a scorpion world boss, which... oh no, wait, it's just a scorpion before. The bone pit. I'm not going near the world bosses. I'm sorry, I will just die. And it's just simple as that. I will die. Because I can't... I am not good. I'm attack, then die. Oh wait, I forgot to check my mail. Is this a result of a later game? That part of the game? There's a doll. I'm gonna try and be less distracted. It was just in the first one, there was just so much to do. So you see that person's got the hat on. Okay, I do believe in helmets and all that when you're battling, but it doesn't really matter for this character. Okay, here's me going distracted again because there's a person who needs our help. Stitches discovered. Ah, there's the person. Get off the horse and talk to Taznazi.
She does not know you. That's good. She knows everyone in the Stitches. Those who aren't in Kazda's pocket, she can count on one paw. This one has a job for someone who'd rather pick it. An unknown face like yours is just what she needs. Kazda, the dung eater that runs the stitches, has a hoard of gold beneath Nerville Keep. Taznazi plans to make it hers. Ours. If you're interested, we need to move soon. The stitches get worse by the day. Kazda may leave, and his coin with him. To take from Kazda is no crime. His predecessor, Dashing the Salzo, amassed the coin. Kazda only wallows in it, like a pig in its filth. A cruel, stupid pig. Now he lets the stitches shuffle to ruin. This is his just punishment. We also need Taznazi's old crew, Vol, Sarin, and Nazdar. Vol just did a job for Jubani. He'll be at her junk shop. Serin's likely at the Goiter's Dock, and Nazdar caterwauling somewhere. We'll meet in the bow at the bottom of the scar. Who do you want to know about? Best damn mechanist this side of Nibbin Bay. Not a common trait for a wood elf, this one knows, but it is true. Kazda's stronghold uses strange mechanisms to keep uninvited visitors out. Voles are passed through them. Maybe not the most distinguished mage in Elsweyr, but the best Taznazi is likely to get in the stitches. She spends more time with her head in a bottle than a book, but once she's dried out, she'll be invaluable for reaching the vaults unnoticed. The old adept was something back in his day. Taznazi heard he could break a boulder with his little claw. He doesn't fight much anymore, but he still has some moves. This one has seen them personally. He flows like water and is as silent as wind. Keep it quick. There's a lot to be done before we relieve Kazda of his riches. The lowest. Kazda clawed his way to the top of the stitches with treachery and fear. The stitches hasn't known law, but under Dashing the Salzo, it knew relative peace, common purpose. Now it falls into anarchy. Kazda won't stop it, he creates it. The leader of the stitches, before Kazda, he's dead and gone. All you need to know is, what was his is now Kazda's, soon to be ours. A den of outlaws in the shape of a town. There's not much to tell. What do you want to know? The facade of a legitimate business for Jubani the Fence. Her gang loots and scavenges items all over the scar. She has a Bandari's knack for selling junk for far more than it's worth. What passes for a tavern in the stitches. The Averno twins run a money-lending and pawn operation out of it. Don't let them sweet-talk you into any favors. They may seem harmless, but everything has a price with those two, and everyone pays. The sewer beneath Nerville Keep.
Hello,
You'll be
whoever's
able to
watching.
gather there without attracting any unwanted attention, and it'll become clear why once you arrive.
Okay, I've got the chat set up, so now I can see you if you chat to me.
Thoroughness is an uncommon virtue in the stitches. Go on and ask.
Okay, so I'm mobbing a dude. First we're gonna go over there and get that. Stitches away shrine. So we're saving in an area by the looks of it. Well, I guess we'll start with Vol. It'll just be a pain to get back up here again, so I'm just gonna go over here.
here before I turn your heart into a tomato. Oh, really? Taznas is still kicking around? A little good news to go around with all this bad. Like a fly in wine. Be careful of the wine, by the way. There's flies in it. I didn't say that. Well, what I mean is that I'd like to, but if Taznasi wants me for my magical skill, I have some bad news. My focus is gone. I mean my other focus. My arcane focus. A bubble to focus magica. I'm useless without it. I may have pawned it to Lulius and Skippy and Averno. I'd give the gold back, but Kazda's really gouging the price of a bottle these days. Even the swill in this flop house. The Avernos are inside. Get my focus back, and I'll owe you. Ugh. Well, sometimes my power gets a little out of control. The Mages Guild was supposed to help me master it, but they take a dim view of people breaking curfew and getting drunk on kitchen duty and throwing up in the soup. When I need to cast a spell, I channel my magicka through the focus. It helps me weave everything together. Without it, my spells come out like tangled yarn, and the results are, well, unpredictable. Lulius and Skifion, they sit in the goitered cups like they own the place. Well, they do technically own it, but that's not the point. Ever since Kazda took over, the twins have doubled everyone's rent and the amount of water in the drinks. Because Kazda gets a nice kickback from all the money they bring in. And for good or ill, well, actually just ill. Kazda's in charge here, so he has the muscle. So the rest of us sit quietly and pay twice as much to get Jefes drunk.
Well, up here then.
Someone inform the guards.
Guards, come quickly! I've spotted a lawbreaker!
I'd rather not do any favors for them. And as if there's a guard around in this area.
Blah, can't get the taste out of my mouth. It's awful. Good, Kazda's made the stitches unpalatable. Like that swill he's got the tavern pouring. I'm ready to get out, but I wouldn't mind batting Kazda's tail along the way. I'm sure Taznasi feels the same. I need a moment or two. Look, I'll meet you at the bowl once the world stops spinning. Look, you seem halfway decent, so don't stick your muzzle too far in, alright? Taznasi's got her own business, and I know too much about it already. I don't drink just because I like the flavor of the tavern's booze. I'm hazy on the details. To be honest, I'm hazy on a lot of things these days. But I know Taznasi can't show her face in the stitches. And it's not just Kazda that'd like to see her dead. You've seen the type of people who call the stitches home. Thieves, smugglers, deserters. Nobody keen on laws. Of the few rules we have, she broke the one you don't break. Murder. I've said more than I should have already. It's in the past. Taznasi had her reasons. She always has her reasons. Not that I ever got to hear them. She's not going to stab you in the back if that's what's worrying you. Keep your mind on the job. Just a mage looking for something at the bottom of a bottle. I don't really know. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if I ever knew.
Let's see. Do. Oh, something there. Humble Zaham.
This one says stop! This one knows that crime tastes sugar sweet, but only when you are not. Move along. Truth be told, you just aren't worth my time.
Careful where you flaunt your wealth, Walker. You cut a striking figure, Walker. There are many dangers to such an enviable personage in the stitches. All of Elsweyr, in fact, if you cast a shadow long enough. Hear this one, and he will tell you how to grease the right palms to pass unmolested. Just so, sleek one, just so. You walk tall, with the heavy footfalls that signify an abundance of pride and gold. Unless you wish to keep low and beneath notice, like humble Zahab, there is a price to be paid, willingly or not. Of course, Five Claw, of course! All the more reason to fear crossing the purring liar on the road. The thief god delights in stealing pride even more than riches. Better to make a friend of Rajin first by acquiring him an offering or three. Start your pilgrimage here with the ledger from the Goiter's Gull. An item from Riemann would make a nice addition to this temple. Ah, and fine silks from the merchants at the Valenwood Gate. Yes. If you have not heard of Rajin, it is because he has stolen his name from your ears. Listen then, and pray he does not rob you further. The purring liar is the cleverest of Khajiit, and we are a clever lot. His stories are more plentiful than sad. Rajin is swift, sleek, and silver-tongued. What is there not to admire? But this one will lend you a secret. Rajin is the most beloved of gods because he was not always so blessed. Rajin was once a Khajiit like this one, though much larger and worthy of note, but so skilled a thief was he, that not even divinity was out of his reach. Khajiit who hear tales of the one who purloined godhood aspire to follow in his footsteps. Do you think you are above such work? Oh, Walker, do not invite Rajin's ire by looking down upon his deeds. If you do, he will surely play you for a fool and add your folly to his 1,000 tales. Craftiness is a noble art. Follow his example. If it were permitted, it wouldn't be theft. But just because it's illegal doesn't make it unworthy of veneration. Do you not cheer the gladiator because the law says not to strike another? Alas, no arena celebrates the clever thief. Are idols and vestments not fitting offerings for a temple to Rajin? But you wonder why these particular items, and not just anything, will do. It is because these things belong to those Rajin approves of robbing. Rajin's sleek shadow! You steal away moments of my life with a skill to rival the thief himself! Have you met a merchant, a priest, or a fence whose wealth could not stand to be humbled? Neither has the god of footpaths. Besides this one,
Said Nalitha the avuncular, even in somber times must the wayfarer be offered greetings. Nazdar greets you, wayfarer, though his times are somber indeed. What brings you to this one? Hotaza the corpulent often said, the forgetting of friends is a grievous wrong. Wise words. Tasnasi has not visited him in some time, but this one has not forgotten her. So believe Nazdar when he regretfully declines her invitation. This one has lost a prized possession, a lute gifted by a dear, departed friend. It has buoyed Nazdar's soul for so long, he sinks without it. Weighed down as such, he cannot be the fleet walker Tasnasi needs him to be. Truly? This one was practicing his lute in the canyon below, but his playing attracted irascible beasts. He was forced to leave it behind as he scrambled up the cliffs. The truth, however, noxious is sweeter than rose blossom, to quote the venerable Becki. Nazdar plays, but not well. The others
That's
throw
just
things at him
Overwatch
when he
updated.
practices, so he plays where he can be alone. A saint. He once led the Stitches, not to glory perhaps, but away from shame. Even saints do not live forever, nor did he. But as Balant the Canonical said, the dead recalled in good memories are the true saints of our lives.
Okay. Oh, it's another player. Got a little scared there. I thought another creature was attacking me. That looks like a boss is bugged.
As Zubacha the Hermit said to Intasi after returning from his grand pilgrimage, "Hello. This one is cheered to see you without the blemishes of harm." As often said by Polu the Overstating, this is worthy of celebration. You have done this one a great turn. In the dark days the Stitches find themselves in, it is good to hold a memory of brighter times. Your kindness reminds Nazdar of the love dashing Tasalzo had for the Stitches in life. This one recalls many joys in the company of Tasnazi and the others. He would like to feel them again. Nazdar, a life of decades cannot be reckoned in minutes, so the blind poet has taught us. But Nazdar will do his best. The Stitches was once like it is today, a refuse pit of the spirit, home of vice, self-interest, and the vain depravities of life. The Salzo came to the gangs of the Stitches and showed them a common foe, Euraxia's armies. We harried them, stole from them, bled them dry, and we formed bonds. To quote Aidino the Aphoric, the greatest gift the indolent can receive is purpose. His death did not rip those bonds apart, but without the Salzo's care in keeping them tight-knit, they are unraveling nonetheless, and Kazda is pulling at the threads. But some, like Nazdar, keep the Salzo's memory and his hope. Nazdar knows you see more ribs than muscles on him. This is true, but he once was a brother of the Whispering Claw, so dedicated to that life he was, that he took a vow of silence. You have read the works of Vekla the Ephemeral. Nazdar is glad to know a fellow student. Yes, Nazdar was silent for 19 years, but one night in moonlight, he heard through his cell a song. A simple tune, but captivating. Some peasant tune hummed by a swineherd going home, but a Jarasti moon singer said, beauty is not in the art, but in what it instills. In that moment, Nazdar knew he must sing, so he broke his vow and left the adeptorium to make music. You can make art for others, said Erka of the Bard College, or for yourself. Nazdar knows he is not good enough to make art for others, but Dashing the Salzo always encouraged Nazdar to make art for himself. Nazdar will never forget that.
Accidentally stole those, but
I don't sell.
see. So I'll sell those. Keep that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell. Sell. Keep. Pardon me. A bit of a... Oh yeah, let go. Come on. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Nope. Down, 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 up. Yes. So. Is it another player? Yes, it is. Yeah, that's the merchant. Maybe I'll have enough crowns one day to actually get a merchant to go. And down I go. Easiest way to get down.
Get these ropes off of me. Joe Bonnie and I had a deal. I delivered.
True. But why keep paying when we can just make you do it for free? Now get inside.
I do miss the old way, Skyrim's way of lockpicking, but I do enjoy this way. That's another player. We will be walking into a lot of other players because a lot of people are wanting this game. Okay. To the right.
You made a wrong turn, friend.
I'm getting out of here. Catch up to me so I can thank you properly. Thanks for your help back there. Jew Bunny and her thugs are a bunch of hammers that think everything is a nail. Geniuses included. Altruism isn't a thing in the stitches. So what do you want? Need a lock picked? Something repaired? Tarsnessy, huh? That's funny. I was just thinking about her recently, seeing what's gone on around this dump. How it's gotten dumpier than usual. But she's pulling together a job. Swore that Kazda ran her out of town when he took over. Last time I ran my mouth, Jew Bunny sent her unexpectedly handsome thugs after me. I'm not spilling any more secrets. But it's nice to know Tosnessy's still around. She really loves this place after all. Even after everything that's happened to her. Well, Jew Bunny should have noticed I'm missing. Joining up with a crew seems like a good way to keep my fingers unbroken. So sure, whatever Tosnessy's playing at, I'm in. The bowel. Well, that's ironic. I'll head there after I get more tools. And find another pair of small clothes. Let Kazda ran her out of town? Or tried to, I guess. It's not any secret. He may be a rancid pile of cat vomit, but at least it's his town now. He does what he wants. Bad blood. Truth told, Tosnessy would have been charged after dashing to Salzo died. If things hadn't gone down the way they did. It's not my place to say anything more than that. Jew Bonnie runs the biggest salvage operation in the Stitches, and she knows she gets paid more if the salvage is in pure junk. When a crew found stuff that wasn't busted up, I fixed it. For pay. Kazda happened. He took over the Stitches and didn't care if people broke oaths, contracts, or ribs. Jew Bonnie saw a chance to get more labor for free. Just had to flex a little muscle. And don't let my rippling physique fool you. I'm not much in a fight. Well, most don't. And to be fair, I wasn't always the brilliant tinkerer I am today. Don't know what caused the change, honestly. I think eating that soul gem had something to do with it. I didn't just pluck one up and eat it. I was scouting for the Dominion way north. Some ruin called Sarathal. I was running from some guards when I fell into a shaft. And fell. And fell. It was a long fall. Caught a ledge at the last minute. Broke my fall. And my fingers. Real mess. Anyway, I found myself in this strange cavern. Huge. Had dwarven ruins. Biggest I've ever seen inside of it. More stone and metal than I could imagine. Not so much food. Not quite. I finally managed to find a charis. Big bug. Tastes awful, don't recommend it, but I ate like my life depended on it. I mean, He did. Yeah, I half remember a glowing stone going in my mouth. Swallowed it whole before I even realised. Yeah, more like indigestion, but also this indescribable urge to fiddle with the ruins. Well, I guess I'd call it curiosity. But anyway, I fixed an elevator like it was second nature and got back home. Then I got discharged on account of my weekend.
What do you want?
And you're dead. Ooh, pressure. Thank you, Happy. Dead. Must have killed the scorpion.
That's everyone. Taznazi must speak with you.
My phone's buzzed.
Taznazi has not seen her old crew in some time. Not since... Never mind. You were not followed, yes? Taznazi is not welcome in the stitches. Associates of Taznazi also not welcome. Kazda was lieutenant to Dashing the Salzo. Taznazi as well, until he was found with her knife in his back. No one cared if she was innocent. They wanted someone to blame, and Kazda gave them an answer. After everything, they turned their backs on her. It's not. No, you're right. Taznazi says she hates this place. She should hate this place. But the Stitches is her home, her family. Taznazi won't sit idle while Kazda destroys it. Her reasons aren't important. We should discuss the plan. Today, we hit Kazda, right under his nose. We'll break into the basement of the Mirville Keep through this sewer, so long as Vol can pick the locks.
Ah, locks. Cute. Might as well be fancifully knotted ribbons to me.
Good. At the courtyard, we'll have sentries, but Serene's teleportation spell should let us pass unnoticed.
Were you talking to me?
We'll enter the palace through a second-floor storage room. Nazdar will scale the wall and drop a rope for us.
As spake Urua the Observant. I see.
Taznazi and the newcomer will handle any trouble that comes our way. Let's get started.
Yeah, this seems fair enough. This guy decided, oh, I'm gonna kill my boss and blame it on his favourite, and then I'll be the boss. You know what? It's actually a very well known storyline. But you know what? Elder Scrolls, well done for making it interesting. Got a mix of thieving, battling.
Nice to see you back at work, Vol.
Good to be working. You're less of a taskmaster than Jude, buddy. Now, let's find some more locks.
Good luck, and work quickly.
Have my sword out already. I'm sorry, I'm really not a fan of spiders.
There's the lock. Watch my back, won't you?
Holy crap. Spiders, 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 spiders. Oh, Becki, you okay? See, when the dog decided to try and jump on the bed and he, well, fell back. Silly boy. Yeah. Here's the Harry Potter blanket. He likes curling up in it. There you go. Okay, so forward again. Spiders have to be calm.
Might need an ebony pick for this one. You know the drill.
Yep.
A bit stiff, that one. Glad I keep machine grease in my hair.
Oh, why does it have to be spiders? Any others? Oh.
Kazda's done some redecorating, I see. Not sure I like it. Keep the coast clear, won't you? That's the last of them. My fingers are getting sore.
That should show how much I hate spiders.
Hey, that's our way to the courtyard.
They're through. No lagging behind.
Keep up, old-timer.
Serin, it's your turn.
Everyone stand still. You're making me crazy. Just need to concentrate. Focus the power. Imagine the destination. Alright, here we go.
What the...
So far, so good. Now vote.
You're sure?
To quote the barkeep, you look sick. This one prefers his feet.
Thought I lost you. Moons, you're not hurt, are you? All your limbs in place? And Nazdar's looking pretty good, actually. Now the not good. You and Nazdar didn't quite make it to where I intended, and it will be a while before I can cast something like that again. You'll have to make your own way here. There is a basic rule of spellcraft. Do not attempt while drunk, or while recently drunk. Never been great with rules. I ended up losing control of the spell while attempting to teleport you and Nazdar. Sorry about that. Taznazi wants you and Nazdar to make your way to the base of the South Tower. That's where we're waiting. She also was very insistent. Avoid killing any of the guards. Northwest? East? Ish? You have to come through the courtyard, which means avoiding patrols. Don't get caught. Taznas is going to be pretty upset if you kill him. She says it will raise alarms, but I know the truth. It's because Taznazi used to run with them. They were all part of Dashing Dasalso's crew back in the day. She tries to act like she doesn't care about them after they exiled her, but it's a lie. Northwest?
So, don't kill any of the guards.
Walk softly, Master Hendo taught me. If we get into trouble, be warned. I cannot help. My fists are weapons no longer.
And that's just Call of Duty updating. Okay.
Soft as a whisper, quick as a shout. The first finger of the Whispering Claw teaches. As the second finger of the Whispering Claw says, shadows consume curiosity, time, and interest. Here's the third finger of the Whispering Claw. Distance. Walk softly, Master Hendo taught me. If we get into trouble, be warned. I cannot help. My fists are weapons no longer.
Pretty much I'm letting them kill me because then I don't kill any guards. Come on, bitch, kill me. My health is regenerating.
You made it, both of you. Taznazi is glad.
Sorry about that. When this is all done, I'll buy you a drink.
Moon's mercy, Serene. When we're done here, I will smash every bottle of wine in Elsweyr.
Not if I drink them first.
Nazdar, you're our way into this tower. Ready?
The ascent of the body is nothing compared to that of the soul. Saint Yosito spoke wisely.
Your knees shouldn't make that noise, right?
They should make no noise, Vol.
Nazdar did well to get us inside, but it looks like this strain was more than he could handle. He needs rest, which means Taznazi needs to change her plans. Vol is the closest thing we have to a healer. He might be able to get Nazdar moving again, but he needs time, which means he won't be able to pick the locks on Kazda's vaults. Taznazi wants you and Serene to get the vault keys. This one has other business in the palace. When she's done with it, she will meet you at the entrance to the vault. On the Taznazi has always said she was innocent of the Salzo's death, and she knows in her heart that Kazda was behind it. She must have proof, not to show the stitches, but to quiet her own soul. She needs that more than her share of the gold. Take care getting the keys. The thugs in this palace are Kazda's most loyal, and just as vicious and cruel as he. Expect no mercy, and give none. Serene will help keep things quiet, in case fighting breaks out. That was different. Many of the keep's guards were close to the Salzo. They follow Kazda only because they must. The lapdogs in this palace are loyal to Kazda alone. The ones who are closest to Kazda do not show loyalty because they are virtuous, but because he allows them to indulge their worst impulses. I am not telling you to punish them, only that they won't be missed by anyone in the stitches.
Okay. You're right.
No rest, wrote the ascetic Vulado, is sweeter than one following great exertion. Nazdar thinks perhaps he did not stretch properly before his climb. He is no longer the spry 80-year-old he once was. Nazdar's knees tried to tell him he was no longer able to prance like a kitten, but he did not heed them. They are angry with him now. They are only sprains, aches. Can and should, wrote Rid Faridata, and knowing the difference between
upstairs. Yeah, dead. Okay, so we got 2 of the keys, now we just got 1 set over here. Are they... Yep, steps there. Okay. Dogs were barking at something. Let me just check on what they're doing. I'm coming, Loki. Apologies for the dog barking. Oh, something's killing me. See, even when distracted, I kick ass. Treasure vault. And now we go to the vault, which is this way. That's nosy. Oh. It's a little pepper too.
There you are. He's got her. He's got her.
Keep it down. What are you talking about?
Kazda.
Oi.
He and his bodyguard. Biggest I've ever seen. They cornered Tuznasy and took her back there. You have to save her.
Sorry about that loud shout. Someone's got himself in a mood. And bitches, you're about to die. God, that echo is really real. Sorry, it felt like it was coming from my TV, and actually it was. There you go, you're all dead. Ooh, a recipe for Kaitou twist tonic. That'll be good.
Left in this world, it seems. Not for much longer. Cut!
Kurt, you're about to die. Really, Kurt isn't that a Minotaur?
You'll regret crossing Kazda!
He's getting away. Untie me. After him.
You calmer now, Loki? Getting yourself in a tiz. And dang it, I lost my phone. Ah, fell down the side, that's why. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this, because I'm like, this is awesome! Sort of. Okay.
Please, Tuznasy, spare me!
Shut up, Kazda. One more word from your lying tongue and Tuznasy will claw it out. He did it. Everything Tuznasy suspected him of. He killed the Salzo. He had her take the blame. He was proud of it. Now that I have my claws at his throat, he discovers the meaning of mercy. He took this one's home from her, the only one she has known, and he couldn't give it back if he wanted to. She has no proof but his word. Even if he confessed and cleared her name, the stitches she would return to is not the one she left behind. One joy is left to Tuznasy, to kill Kazda. Then she leaves this all behind her for good. The Salzo is dead. Everyone Tuznasy has ever known turned their back on her. The stitches are in shambles. Why would this one ever want to return to such a place? You are right. Tuznasy has tried.
Dude, is that the side that let's give him the pain of exile?
She doesn't dream of times past. She knows what must be done. Tuznasy will make this one face the justice of the stitches. Wait for her at the tavern in town. Taznasi will only make this offer once. Confess to the stitches for all you have done, and she will not try out your torture devices for herself.
Taznasi, you win!
Get up. All the stitches will hear the truth from your lips before the day is done.
Above him? Nope.
My friend. No, more than that. Family. Kazda's deeds have been made known to the Stitches. Taznazi's name is cleared. For now at least, there is something to drink to. Or in Serene's case, something else to drink to. Now Taznazi is home, and you enjoy her hospitality. Raise a mug, kick up your feet, and count your coin. There is much to be done to fix the damage Kazda did, but that is for Taznazi to worry about. Your work is done, even if hers is just beginning. Strange as it seems, Taznazi is not only forgiven in the Stitches, she is looked up to. It will take time for the Stitches to be as it was. Maybe it will never get there, but even if she cannot live up to Dashing the Salzo's legacy, Taznazi will try. So much as anyone can be in charge of the Stitches. With Kazda in exile, there's hope of going back to how it was, how Dashing the Salzo saw it. They have not entirely forgotten him, or Taznazi. She'll do her part. We all will. The job is done. Their lives are their own. But Taznazi wants to make life better in the Stitches, and she will need help to do so. She could use them, Vol's tinkering, Serene's magic, Nazdar's wisdom, if they will offer it.
Well, we didn't get near the vault. Normally I'd call the job a wash, but it seems like Taznasi owns the vault now, so I guess you could say the job was a success. Funny how things work out.
This one assumes no liability for lost goods, though he can issue a lockbox at a very fair price.
That's fair enough. He's like, hey, then my fault if you get if something of yours gets stolen. Still, what else? Still clothing. Take a tip out of my Bubby's book and just cross.
This one is furious.
I did not expect to see you in this desolate place, Walker. Did Captain Nalado send you? Or have you come to join us as we hunt the dragon that killed so many of our warriors?
Just seeing how long I've been doing this. Oops, I accidentally went on a big Jiggly Panda episode. Let's see. I've been doing it for an hour or so, so I'd say another hour, and then
missions coincide. We can work together to destroy the undead and slay the dragon. It will be glorious. When we finish with the hunting and the slaying, we can report
it doesn't feel...
to Lord Gareshri.
Yeah, she's talking. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's Skyrim.
I do not take orders from that old
I got a message from someone.
Besides, the blood of Khajiiti warriors cries for vengeance. To disregard that cry, that is not a shame I can bear. No, I must do this. I must strike back and show my people that hope survives. The worthy life is full of risk, Walker. I assumed you knew that, given what you do. I will tell you a secret, though. Before my parents died, they gave me a pendant. As long as I wear it, Jode watches over me and provides his protection. To Jode, yes, but also to my family and heritage. I suppose you could call it an heirloom. It helps me in my role as agent for Lord Gareshri, and that is all I will say about it. Now.
Oh, I got a notification. Ah, well done. So, we're gonna enter the mine and kill us a dragon. Apparently. And if anyone is wondering, squeak! I love dragons! I must have seen How to Train Your Dragon so many times. I even watched the Netflix series. I love Toothless. I'm sorry. I love Toothless. He's so cute. Reminds me of my poor dog that died.
We will hunt these necromancers down and end this dragon.
Elsweyr. Hello. Why are you going that way? I don't think I'm allowed. Nope. I have to go the long way around. Keep to the left. Zombie dead. And yeah, keep to the right. Follow the right, follow the right. Gonna come and attack me? Coming to south. Keep to the right. Oh, they're up there.
Our creatures, cut them down.
Yep, they're all dead now. You won't go over to him. Oh, it's a woman. and be running for us. It's a nice eating bit. No, they're fine. I have to deal with the under it. Hello to the 3 people watching. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, wait, an ogre. Oh no, it's a flesh rock. Hello to the 4 people watching. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, King Girls W12. Thank you for following me. And to my right. Oh wait, devour. Zombie.
No more excuses. No more delays. Double your reanimate body. March at the head of Euraxia's forces.
These bones cannot be broken.
Some decent stuff out from it too.
Enough, little insects. You dare challenge Mulamnir?
Dragonfire, move!
That ooh. Guessing the easiest way out is up here. Does that mean Chimera is dead? Chimera! Please don't be dead. So, Euraxia and her army of the undead on one side, and then you have dragons on the other. And then you have Abnur Tharn. I'm sorry, it is Abnur Tharn doing the lead here, because he's the one doing all the strategy. And I believe if you do the strategy, you're the leader. Ooh, you get the totem malin me there.
Your weapons, little morsel. Mulamnir would talk to you.
We get to talk to a dragon. Oh god.
Mulamnir wanted to thank you, little morsel. Your actions help set us free of our hated prison. Now, listen to the words I say.
His voice is so awesome.
I want you to understand the challenge before you. Our puppet, Euraxia, commands a legion of soldiers, an army of necromancers, and a horde of undead. Add my dragon brothers, and the hopelessness of your cause becomes obvious. You and Abnur Tharn set us free. You released us from the halls of Colossus. For that, I offer you this one last chance to survive. If you and the battle mage leave Elsweyr, my brothers and I will not hunt you down. Then you will die. But not before we slaughter your friends and set fire to Elsweyr. Once we reduce this land to so much ash, only then will I tear you apart. So promises Mulamnir, whose claws have dealt 1,000 deaths.
He is a dragon, and the thing I find a dragons that they're incredibly hard. You know, I'm gonna cut up.
Leave Elsweyr, little morsel. Tell the battle mage, if I see you again, you will die.
Oh, Chimera survived.
Whiteclaw, are you all right? I heard what the dragon said. Perhaps my confidence was a bit misplaced. That creature was much bigger than it appeared when it flew over the camp. I never jump without first knowing where my feet will land. Also, I have very sharp claws. We lost so many today. The dragon, that Mulamnir, it has much to answer for. We defeated the necromancer and shut down one of their undead foundries. We need you and Tharn, despite my dislike of the man. But what the dragon intimated about Euraxia, it called her its puppet. I fear the dragons control the Rimmen throne now. Yes, you must do that. I will join you after I take care of the remains of my soldiers.
I would say, yeah. Travel to the Switch's Ring Shrine. That was... Thing is, I felt like if I'd said the other thing, jump, it would have been just stupid. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna kill you instead. Yeah, I'm threatening a dragon. That's a real clever way of doing it. I'd rather go, yeah, I'm gonna go tell the guy what you said because I want his opinion on this, but you're most likely gonna die, bitch. That is my main philosophy. Oh my god, that griffin is beautiful, but I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. I'm sorry you are such a beautiful griffin, but I've gotta be somewhere. And I don't want to kill you. I'm such a huge fan of griffins. Honestly, it would be my dream to get either a dragon or a griffin mount. But those are pretty hard to get because they would have to keep them from all fours. So stitches, and we shall travel all the way back. Might even do that delve, but it was just, I just wanted to be quiet for when the dragon was going to talk because I was like, oh my god, this is just a Skyrim moment. It's just like talking to Parthenax, except Parthenax just had a much better voice. But they kept that good bass note that dragons have, so it was just like, oh god, I say like so much when I'm on freaking caffeine. As per usual, keep checking out my Twitter and Facebook page. Facebook, I just put some random crap about my life. Twitter is more about me. Cadwell! Once you load, I'm gonna smile. Oh, he's playing football with a pumpkin.
For a chit chat?
Oh my god, he's playing football with a pumpkin.
If we've had this conversation already, then I wanted to thank you for the useful advice. But if I haven't seen you since our talk at that mysterious gravestone, which seems much more likely, then I could really use your help. Did I mention the dreams? Visions, really? They come and go without warning, like seeing through someone else's eyes. Quite disconcerting in an interesting sort of way. Anyway, my trusty shovel and I, we searched that entire grave, and it was gone. The portrayers had the dreams, the visions. They drew me there, but someone got to it before I did. I have the strangest sensation in the pit of my tummy. It could be the cobweb porridge I had for breakfast, or something bad is about to happen. Well, that's sort of like leaping from the cliffs of failure without a rope, or at least without tying the end off first. I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake. Oh, Abner wants to see you. He's in the town hall with the Cat General.
Love you too, Loki. Oh, something notification. Skills. Let's updo my werewolf. Because I have piercing hell now. Yep. Ooh, I can infect other players now. Woohoo. So at level 9, I can get infectious claws. So that's pretty good. I've got quite the upgrade for that.
The losses.
You're just standing
We need
behind.
to come up with a plan that takes into account Euraxians, necromancers, and dragons. I proposed a few options, but Gareshri wasn't sold on any of them. Tell me, what of Chimera and the source of the undead? You paint a troubling picture, my friend. Still, we need to celebrate every victory we achieve. I fear such triumphs will be few and far between. Do you have anything else to report? My half-sister likes to think that she's in charge. She won't take kindly to being called a puppet. As for leaving Elsweyr, I think not. Obviously this Mulamnir fears us. Otherwise the dragon wouldn't have deigned to talk to you. Every conversation I have with Cadwell makes my head throb, but one mystery at a time, if you please. Now, if only I could get my half-sister to listen to reason and see that the dragons are using her. A parley? I may not like her, but we are family. Besides, it would give the Khajiit time to regroup. You're beginning to think like a Tharn, my friend. Here, take this. Gareshri gave it to me, but I refuse to accept payment for my services.
And I got 600.
A parley with Euraxia is a capital idea. I'll send word to Rimmon to expect us. I imagine my half-sister will treat us as befits my station and agree to the meeting. Attend to any other matters if you must, then see me when you're ready to leave. It just so happens I already have one. It involves distracting my half-sister with wit, charm, and words she barely comprehends. Oh, and you. Euraxia never could resist a pretty face. You'll pretend to be my bodyguard and personal valet. Consider it obfuscation to hide your true purpose. We don't want to give Euraxia a reason to react poorly to overtures of reconciliation. Not that I expect to reach an accord, but still. Meet me in Rimmon and we'll enter the palace together. Go on, go on.
Okay, well we already know all the stuff about Euraxia. Let's have a look. I wonder if this new weapon's any better than the weapons I've got. So let's see. No. Oh, that's good. Let's see. We don't need to. The same amount of time it would take to actually travel. Fast travel would be. Oh, I was supposed to go to Captain Dalador. Can't be asked. Actually, I did quite talk to Captain. I have a comment. Hello, Brooklyn King. Nice name. I'm there. I'm doing another set of quests, just in the main quest at the moment, and sorry, I was just seeing your comment, and pretty much just travelling to Rimmon to talk to Queen Uraxaxia. Euraxia. Of course I'm enjoying it. I'm sorry, I was one of the thousands of people who went onto the Twitch live stream about it and just watched it to the very end. I know it was several hours long, but it was worth it. It's just an amazing expansion. They've kept up with the high detail that they've always been known for. And left. And as you can see, you'll see a lot of people coming through on the expansion. No, starting to keep going a little forward. Ooh, is that a... Oh, it's an antidote. Okay, I thought it was something else. I did take the hiatus in this game for a little while because you can get really sucked into it, and I think I was doing getting on it for daily for like 6 hours straight. So now I do it every couple of hours and just enjoy. As you can see, I've still got the outfit on and I'm loving the outfit. You feel like you can really be part of it. Oh, looks like there's something about room in there. Oop. He's here. It just take a little while to just load. Yeah, there is a lot to it, and you can get distracted very easily.
But the situation here goes beyond even my prophetic inklings. On the surface, yes. But peace through tyranny provides false harmony. Euraxia uses fear and threats of violence to keep the Khajiit in
power leveling in Skyreach. Nice.
It appalls me to think Euraxia and I are related. It would be better if I showed you. Follow me and I'll demonstrate the true depths of my half-sister's villainy. Her grip on Rimmon is far tighter than it appears.
No, yeah, I wouldn't. PvE is pretty good, but I'm more into the RPG style stuff. I don't really do PvP.
Very well. But what I'm about to show you isn't for the faint of heart. Follow me. Have you ever visited a Rimmon workhouse? They treat the Khajiit workers worse than slaves.
There's people to help here, but I'm going to do the main quest line for a while.
It's that building over there. For most of Rimmon's Khajiit, it's the only job available to them.
Are we going in?
The workhouse serves to snare the poor and the destitute, those who fall behind on their debts. They come here to find employment and earn a decent wage, but the costs deducted to pay for room and board leave them worse off than they were before. One of the first things Euraxia did after declaring herself queen was to institute tariffs and fines that apply only to Khajiit citizens. No one else needs the workhouse. A cruel tactic, but effective. The Rimmon Khajiit? No. Any complaints incur fines for causing a public disturbance or some other inane ordinance. No one wants to risk falling even further into debt. It's ingenious. Monstrous, but ingenious. Oh, Euraxia is clever. She pays the Khajiit, and the workhouse isn't technically a prison. On the surface, it appears to be a place that helps society's unfortunates, but underneath, it's slavery without any of the uncomfortable trappings. Now, let's visit the Rimmon marketplace.
Very Victorian in style, isn't it?
Take a look around. Business seems to be thriving, but appearances can be deceiving.
Oops, I accidentally stole those. I'm only just picking them up for now.
Count Hosen is so thrilled with what you did for him. He's throwing another party.
It may be hard to see, but the Khajiit merchants struggle to keep their stalls open, while the less bestial business people rake in the profits. Euraxia would have you believe it's a matter of work ethic, but we know better. Unfairly doesn't begin to cover it. Khajiit merchants must deal with high tariffs, extra inspection fees, costly licenses. Euraxia's squeezing them for every piece of gold imaginable. She even instituted a fur tax. On the surface, it seems reasonable to make Khajiit pay for extra inspections to ensure their fur isn't getting into the products they sell. And while they do shed, it's just another way to discriminate against the rightful citizens of this land. Come along. I want to show you the improvements Euraxia made to the palace wall. See the trebuchets? Notice how they're aimed into the city below. See how the siege weapons sit upon the walls? When it comes right down to it, you're looking at the secret of my half-sister's success. How else do you think Euraxia maintains order and keeps the Elsweyr defense force at bay? She declared publicly, and has repeated often, that any attempt to liberate Rimmon will see her unleash the full fury of the siege weapons upon the city. If Euraxia can't have Rimmon, then neither can anyone else. She'd destroy the city in a heartbeat if she thought she was in danger of losing control. Of course, she tells her non-bestial subjects that only the Khajiit districts are targeted. Absolutely not. But the lie makes her supporters feel better. The Khajiit know that even a peaceful protest could result in the destruction of Rimmon. So far, no one has dared to challenge Euraxia's will in this matter, and for good reason. When we get to the palace, let me do the talking. As the Elder Tharn, I'll demonstrate my dominance over Euraxia and negotiate a cessation of hostilities.
Queen Uraxia's guests now.
Is that a floating head?
Like the looks of these meddlers, I say we feed them to the dragons and be done with it.
Wait, is that Cadwell?
I know you. I saw you through the soul shriven's eyes. You were with the fool who thinks himself the shining knight of Sirad. If only he knew what a monster I was. The horrors of Cold Harbor pale before my heinous deeds. I am my own head, yes. I am the hero of Sirad and the villain of Elsweyr, the champion of the Third Nedic Massacre and the Dark Knight they call the Betrayer. Of course not, I am the genuine article, much more real than a disembodied soul given shape in the flesh cauldrons of oblivion. But why do you presume to talk to me? I have killed greater beings than you for much, much less. Came to that conclusion by yourself, did you? That's what they call me. It has a certain ring to it, but I always preferred my more grandiose titles. Champion, Slayer, Dark Knight. When I am made whole, the cats will pay for what you did to me.
So you're Abnur Tharn's bodyguard and valet. Not what I expected. I assume you want to follow your master into the Queen's inner sanctum, huh? I'll allow it. But first, I want to gauge the measure of your marrow. I am Queen Uraxaxia's chief necromancer. You may call me Sumog Fum. The other grave callers answer to me. And this is my familiar and confidant, Sir Cadwell the Betrayer. Ah, yes. The Betrayer saw you when it looked through the soul-shriven's eyes. The creature you know is a pale shadow of the Dark Knight that once walked these lands. I exhumed his remains and reanimated him. Well, his head, it was all I could find. My actions don't concern you. I just...
Okay.
Now about the rest of my body, oh pestilent one.
Your insults won't hasten the process, Betrayer.
But there's a terrible draft in what used to be my nether regions.
Presenting Abnur Tharn, Grand Chancellor and Overlord of Nibene, Imperial Battle Mage of the Elder Council, and Patriarch of the Tharn Dynasty, and his bodyguard.
I love that. I love bodyguard.
Your arrival, it's so unexceptional.
Pretending to be a queen...
Hush, Abner, you bore me. Bodyguard, you look interesting. Come talk to me.
You heard her. Good luck.
My sources indicated that my son's murderer was somewhat taller. Ah, well. Now, why in the world should I even consider negotiating with the monster who murdered my dear Javad? And you killed him for that? By whose authority do you play judge, jury, and executioner? Oh, to think I once dreamed of torturing you for a dozen years, but I see now that you're not worth the effort. So, why come to me about the dragons?
You know what? She's a bitch.
So, my half-brother's valet bears their teeth? Careful, fool. They aren't as sharp as you think. What happens next is your own fault. I lock you in my
Can I just behead this
and
one?
do the most terrible things to your body. Until you die. Painfully. Flowery words won't sway me, son killer. But you are correct about one thing. Mulomnir and I have a special relationship. An understanding. The dragons will secure my control of Elsweyr. With their help, nothing can stop me. Enough! Zumog Fum, what news do you bring?
The Desert Wind Adaptorium has fallen.
We move against Riverhold on your word.
Then the word is given. Now, half-brother.
Treachery? How could I ever have anticipated this?
Guards, take them to the dungeons.
I think not.
He's gonna say he knows magic. She is really dumb.
Well, I suppose that could have gone better. I prepared for Euraxia's probable betrayal. Unfortunately, my teleport spell wasn't quite able to penetrate the palace wards, so we wound up down here, in the palace sewer. We heard two things of note. First, Euraxian forces have invaded the Desert Wind Adeptorium for some insidious purpose. And second, my vile half-sister ordered an attack on Riverhold. One thing at a time, my companion, one thing at a time. I need to recover my strength after teleporting us into this skeever hole. I'll need your help to get out of here. Then we can deal with both Desert Wind and Riverhold. My age is finally catching up with me. Thank you so much for poking that open wound. Magic takes a toll on the body. I've been wielding powerful forces since before you were born. There's always a cost. You do well to remember that. Eventually. Quicker if you stop badgering me about it. My strength will return. It always does.
Okay, so let's get the hell out of here. Go. Really, you're going against salamanders? You're not even... Hey, Varric! Ooh, jump. Oh, I went the wrong way. So, keep to the left. To the right.
Over there! The queen wants them alive.
Yeah, you're not gonna live. Go straight ahead.
The way out, finally. I can't abide another moment in this stench.
It would be interesting if we could get... Let's say if we end up killing Euraxia, then it's all about the dragons. That would be good. Because her attitude just got to me. That's why I kind of went to try to intimidate her at first, because it's like, really? This child tried to destroy Reaper's march. Just like, where that was a good idea.
Well, That's an experience I won't be adding to my memoirs. We'll separate. Now. Things actually turned out better than I expected. We know that Euraxia wants something from the Desert Wind Auditorium, and we know she's about to launch a counter-strike against Riverhold. That's not exactly true. If my power wasn't depleted, well, let's not digress. I'll go to Riverhold and warn Garishri. We'll make sure the city is ready for the attack. Meanwhile, you find out auditoriums.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip it. All his words. So. Not bad. So if we go to the Way Shrine and then we just go to the Stitches, then we can be at the Auditorium. Oh, and we get the brush.
There's an Iliad ruin under the Lokrata Hills? I never suspected such a thing.
Sure. Rigert's favorite diplomatic assistant. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll come back to that when we actually... Let's see... So you can get the Sugar Bowl Suite or Hall of the Lunar Champion, but I'm... Let's see. Once we say ribbon, then I'll come and do this. I wasn't the only player who thought, let's just jump down.
Let no Uraxian enter this holy place.
It's a good thing I didn't come in here earlier. Ah, and some water. Fluff! Sorry, caught in the cat. And once this is loaded, this is probably where I'm gonna finish, because I've done two things. I saved the Stitches and spoken to a dragon, and also met Queen Uraxaxia. I think that is enough for these 2 hours, and I will be saving. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and honestly, please continue to subscribe, follow, and comment and like. And Bubby's just showing me his Campion DVD, which, if you don't know, is a very good anime. It's a very good anime.
Crude.
Yes, I was trying to avoid that word, but okay.
Not really. Like the match.
Bye-bye.